And as ever, we find ourselves back at the ferry port I'm about to go on. We have a very, very exciting day today because I'm about to go and pick up something for the day, which you guys may appreciate. And I know there's been a lot of Ford content recently. Don't get me wrong, this trip needs to be done. There's some awesome content I need to grab and just experience myself. I'm gonna take you guys with me. We need to tick this off the what if list, if that makes sense. But we're gonna get onto this ferry, hopefully, like last time. Last time I was on this ferry, I actually spent 6 hours on it. 6 hours, basically, was broken. Bad time, but we're gonna get on, see how the day goes. On to the ferry. Also, shout out to the guy in front with the sick ass ZT, which I don't see many of. I wouldn't mind to grab one for the channel, actually. It's got an exhaust and stuff on this, and I think it's a 180 model, but you just don't see them anymore. That's the first I just had to reverse into the back of the boat, so that means I'm gonna be on the last stop. Yay! Right, upstairs, we need some food. And just like that, it is an hour and a half later and we're about to get off the boat. So the X6 parked up behind me. Now, a lot of you guys came to me in the RS video, the Mark II RS video, and said, please go and drive something like this, the Mark III. Now, I haven't done too many Mark IIIs for the channel, and I haven't done a nitrous blue one. And the guys at Haven Car Company said, basically, come and drive one. See what you think. And there was a lot of people I noticed in the comments, and especially on Instagram, Facebook and all that, saying please go and drive one. Give us all your thoughts as to what you would do to one, why you wouldn't buy one, why you would buy one. So I've come down today to drive this one. I'm going to take it out for the day because, one, I haven't driven mount tuned, relatively standard one, the one that I would probably pick as a base car for the channel to build. The nitrous blue is what I would go for as well. I wouldn't go white and I wouldn't go black. I would definitely go for obviously the launch colour, which is the nitrous blue, and it looks phenomenal next to the Haven Car Company RS, which I will take out as well. I will take this out for a proper video, but today is all about the Mark III in this video. I really just want to have a go in it. I want to express my thoughts, take it out for the day, go and enjoy it, and take you guys along with me to see if it's channel car worthy, to see if I actually want one. So please leave a comment below, like the video. More likes the better, more comments the better. I want to know your thoughts as to whether this is a good base car for the channel. But let's get inside, see what it's like. Right, jumping in the Mark III Focus RS. Now let's see what this is like. Let's actually drive this. Let's have a laugh in it, take it for a little giggle around the B roads. That's a nice light, look at that right there. I do actually really like the blackness in here. Black roof lining, these shell seats as well. They're the option to go for. But what does a relatively standard RS really give me? Does it give me the feels? That's what I want to know. Does it give me the sense of fizz and excitement that I want from my next car? We're going to select drive mode. Now, I have done a few videos on Mark IIIs, never one with the intention of actually looking to buy it or at least think about buying it. So indicate out, because you know, let's go and find some roads, let's make some pops and bangs and decide together whether one of these is right for the channel. Also, this is why I'm here today. I want to really experience this car with you guys on this channel. See the build as well. If there was a build behind this, wide arches, lower it, big turbo, all this sort of stuff, should I do it? Is it something that I have the fizz for? Pursue a build based around the Mark III RS, but onto some B roads. Let's go and find out. Now, long-term viewers will know full well that the Mark III RS, although has been on the channel a few times, the Mark II has always overcome it in every single aspect, and I've always driven away in a Mark II. That's just how it's been. But grabbing a nitrous blue, which is unfortunately the colour I'd buy, I would actually buy a nitrous blue. I think the pearl in this paint, the glitter that you get in the sun, the metallic, just looks so much better than the white, which is very flat in my opinion. It's a flat colour, and the black, which again is a flat colour. I don't think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the black or the white come in a glittery gold sparkle from the factory. It's just not one of them things that they put in, and that to me is a bit of a shame. So I'd 100% go for a nitrous blue. I'd also go for one with low mileage. This has 13,000 miles, and to the new car people out there, that's just a normal number. I'm used to cars with over 100,000 miles, so jumping in it and it's seeing 13,000 miles in front of me is awesome, and to me that is an even ran in. But what's this like to drive? As a factory car, this still has the factory warranty because it has the FPM 375 upgrade on it, so it has retained all of the standard qualities. And ooh, hello. Ooh, hello. That was quite quick, that. It retains the warranty. That's the talking point here, people. Talking point. This is modified. It is running more power than it should, but it has the warranty. And if I'm going to buy something with low mileage that's brand new, that is pushing more power, I want it to have a warranty. The warranted power figure of a 375 brake horsepower give me the fizz. Now it is incredibly capable, this thing. You can chuck it. Oh, she's chuckable. There's a massive pothole. Don't go in the pothole. Yes, chuckability. Hands down, has awesome chuckability, this thing. If you haven't driven a Mark III, it feels, as we come to a stop, slightly lighter than its German rivals. It feels like it's a bit more lighter on its seat, and whether that's feels nimble is a questionable thing. As we come out of this little junction here, terrible junction, got to look out the back window. Pops and bangs. It feels a lot lighter on its feet than its German rivals. You know, say an S3, Golf R, all that palaver. Reality is it does feel lighter than that. I am biased to say that the interior is a little bit nicer than S3, and I'm putting that out there because I don't really like the screen that comes up and down, and I genuinely want an S3. I love them, but I do prefer the interior of this, mainly because it's got a boost gauge right there, like right there. I know the boost gauge is in the S3, it's like here, but there is a boost gauge right there. And these seats, I go on about seats, I actually bang on about seats sometimes in car reviews, but because that gives the same sort of sensation as the car does driving it, as what seating position and seats you're in. Flat bottom steering wheel in these RSs with the blue stitching going around, very nice. This has the Sync 3 multimedia system, which is the one to buy as well. You have the Sony speakers, which I genuinely, right, let me just talk about this, right. When I saw Sony in a Focus RS, that harped back a little bit to not necessarily max power and stuff, but like Sony was what you would buy. You'd buy the Sony Explode speakers to put in your car. Do you know what I mean? So that to me was like, oh yeah, I quite like the idea that Sony are in these Focus RSs, because there's a sentimental value to a Sony. Are we getting fizzy? Are we getting fizzy? That's the question. Talk to me, car, talk to me. I want you to excite me. I want you to give me the fizz that I want as a car enthusiast. And does it give it to me? Yes and no. Yes, it does, in a very planted, exciting, thrashable, nimble hot hatch. It has all of those. This four-wheel drive, top notch. It has the pops and bangs, blah 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 blah, like right there. But me knowing full well what they sound like on full chat with an exhaust system, I know that that's a possibility. I can open up the exhaust system very, very easily. The market for these is interesting though. A lot of people like them, a lot of people are a bit on the fence. They're a Marmite car. That's why I had to grab this one, because it's not necessarily the market I'm after, it's not necessarily the market that I'm interested in, but between that transition of getting this car, buying it, say, and then going to that extent, I've got to live with it and I've got to enjoy it. So giving it a bloody pasting. Oh, that's a good car, that is. That's a good car. We are building the next car. We're going to build it. Yes, I've done a few things, silly things, to the X6, but I want to take it a little bit further in the next car. Just, am I connecting with it? That's the thing. Am I connecting with a Mark III? That's the big question. So I do think that there is some sort of market for this car on the channel. It's a funny one really, isn't it? I mean, Mark 2s are quite frankly awesome. Mark 3s are awesome in this colour as well. That'd probably be the colour to buy, I think. It's a funny one though, really, because anything I buy is going to have to be highly documented on the channel and stuff, and the Mark III is an awesome, awesome car. This one is phenomenal. As a base car, with 13,000 miles on it, good value for money, colour, spec list is mental. It's exactly what you want from your Mark III. It's just, I don't know if I'm a Mark III owner. I'm just not 100% set on a Mark III on the channel or in my life, you know. Regardless of the channel and what I'm doing with it and where I am with it, and if I'm going here, there and everywhere, I've still got to have this sat on my driveway. So that's the biggest thing. A Mark II is awesome, but I still got to have it sat on my driveway. Mark III is awesome. I still have to have it sat on my driveway. So I've got to genuinely love a car for it to be worth replacing my current car with. I don't want to blab on about me buying another car or me buying a Mark III actually. I just wanted to take you guys with me because I got my chance to drive one of these and have it for the day and just experience it and enjoy it. I've enjoyed this a lot, and I can see the tuning potential, just like I saw with the RS3. There is a difference in price, don't get me wrong, but I do see a big difference the way the car feels and it handles and stuff. And just like that car, it was relatively standard. Well, that was completely standard. This is relatively standard. It's had a, you know, mount tune map on it, so they're sort of level pegging. The price difference is there, and with this car I think there's more following, more potential for mods, wider arches, all that sort of stuff that I've already gone on about in the video. So please stop what you're doing, write a little comment, give me your thoughts on the Mark III RS and whether I look like a Mark III owner. Does it look like I should own this car? If I was just going to drive this around every day and I was into RSs and I was into Fords and I needed a new car, there's nothing else better than this. Honestly, hands down, there's nothing else that touches this. It is a phenomenal car. We're going to take this thing back to Haven't Car Company. Again, shout out to those guys. Honestly, I just said, oh, I wouldn't mind having to go in a Mark III, really, just a relatively standard one, just to give myself a bit of a better idea as to what they're actually like. And they said, mate, here's one for you. Come and take it for the day and enjoy it. It's consumer advice that I'm trying to give myself, but I literally can't at the moment because I'm driving all the... Right. I'm driving all these awesome cars at the moment. I am so confused and I don't understand what to do, and I just don't know. So let's go take this back and then go from there.